Kadena Hashing has released their white paper, and in this video I want to go through it and make sure you guys understand the key points from this white paper before this project launches, so stay tuned and enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on guys? It's Eric here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day and are doing well. Kadena Hashing released their white paper. We're going to go through it, but before we do, a bit of background on Kadena Hashing. If you're not too sure what this project is, you're basically potentially going to be wanting to buy one of these NFTs because of course it's not financial advice, but if you buy one of these NFTs, depending on the tier of NFTs you end up buying, you're going to be entitled to get a portion of these mining rewards that they are mining on a day-to-day basis. Now, these rewards would be distributed on a monthly basis, and there is kind of a vesting period before these rewards start, and that is a period of 6 months that they're going to use the first 6 months to continue growing their treasury, and then after 6 months you'd start getting paid. Now, if we just take a look at a sneak peek of their NFT, it's very cool. It's very cool design. Again, it's just an NFT, but it's a 3D animated NFT, so it adds a bit of value there. It makes it a bit more cool, but nonetheless, this NFT is going to be giving you rewards for basically mining Kadena without having a miner yourself. Now, taking a look at the price of Kadena, we see it's up about 3% over the last day, sitting right now at $1.77. And if we take a look at the last 3 months, we've seen Kadena hover around the $2 mark. But obviously, we've seen a crazy time in the crypto space right now. And at its all-time high, Kadena was actually around $24. And we've seen a bit of a decline. And then obviously, we've seen it hover around the $6 to $4 range. And then in the last few months, with the bear market that we're currently in, it's currently around $1.50 to $2 range. Now, obviously, this project is not going to be for you if you're not bullish on Kadena, but if you are bullish on Kadena and you want to mine it, this project is actually a great alternative, I believe, in my opinion, to owning one of your miners, because miners right now are just simply ridiculous in price, and Kadena Hashing makes it a bit easier to buy and get in the mining game without actually having your miner. So if we take a look at their website, it does say that their website is coming soon. They do plan on launching sometime in August, so stay tuned for that. Definitely join their Discord, follow them on Twitter and all of their socials. But now if we jump in over on their white paper and take a look at the key moments of this white paper, I'm not going to go through it. It's 33 pages. I definitely recommend you guys going through it though. But let's take a look at some key points in this. So taking a look at one of the first few pages of this white paper, we're talking about a one-time cost. Of course, if you buy your NFT, it is yours. You don't have to buy anything else and you're just set with your NFT. Now, there are going to be offering 15,000 NFTs. There's 3 different tiers, which we're going to take a look at. And of course, Kadena being a proof of work blockchain, this does require some power, and they do plan on having a wind-powered mining facility. So obviously this is better for the environment, and it's obviously a greener project because they are using wind-powered energy. Now, if you do decide to buy an NFT, you are going to get monthly reports with the key metrics of the protocol. Then you're going to be getting monthly rewards after the first 6 months, as we said. And that's kind of like buying a stock, a dividend stock, and just receiving dividend on a monthly basis, which is why I really like this project and this concept of project. And you're also going to have partial governance in the decision making of the protocol. So whether or not they should buy this or buy that, you're going to have a say in what they do. So if we take a look at the rationale behind why not just investing in the token itself, why not buying a miner for yourself, or why not buying a Kadena Hashing NFT? Well, here we have the team's opinions on why you should buy a Kadena Hashing NFT. Obviously, if you buy the token itself, we just looked at the price, it's $1.77. Yes, it can go up, yes, it can go down. The risk is still high, obviously. With crypto, we know everything is risky. So that is your Kadena token. But again, if you're bullish on the ecosystem, you may be very well off if you just decide to buy the Kadena token and wait for it to go up. Then of course, if you decide to buy a miner, these miners go for about $5,000 to $8,000 and even more, so it's absolutely crazy. And of course, depending on the rewards and how this miner does, your rewards potentially will slowly go down. Now, Kadena Hashing, the way it works, you're obviously just buying your NFT, you're holding it. The risk is still medium because we don't know what's going to happen to Kadena and the underlying assets. And they do say rewards are in perpetuity, so that is why Kadena is making the case that their NFT is a good buy compared to the miner or to the actual token. Now, if we just quickly go over Kadena's blockchain, I'm not going to go into all of the details, but I just wanted to point this out that Kadena can actually process 180,000 transactions per second, which is more than the capacity of Visa, and it's a layer 1 blockchain. It's a proof of work blockchain, and we can see here that if we look at the transactions per second between blockchains currently, we have Solana and Polygon right around the 65,000 transactions per second, and if we have Kadena at 180,000 transactions per second, we can see that it's basically 3 times X Polygon and Solana, which is quite crazy in my opinion. Now, of course, that's not to say that Kadena is going to be successful. It just goes to show to the potential of this blockchain. So if we take a look at the mining problem and why you would potentially not want to buy one of these miners, there's obviously electricity cost to it, there's maintenance cost to it, and these miners are not cheap by any means. If we take a look at the KD Box Pro, it still retails around $1,500. The hash rate isn't that great on it, and you're not going to be making a whole lot of money on it. Now, you also have to care for this machine, and you also have to make sure that everything is running smoothly. So Kadena Hashing is actually making it easier for your regular investor to get involved in mining without actually having your own miner, and we can see that the price is very close to the KD Box Pro and even a bit cheaper. So if we take a look at a few of these predictions that they've made based on the price of KDA and based on the 15,000 NFTs being sold, we can see that these are projected earnings monthly, which is kind of crazy. So at the current price of KDA, we can see $1.60. They would be making about $281,000. Then if the price of Kadena goes all the way back near the all-time high, they would be making $5.65 million. And if the price of Kadena goes to $75, then they'd be making about $15.8 million. So it's absolutely crazy. If the price of Kadena goes up, well, obviously the mining profitability is going to go up, and obviously your rewards are going to be a lot bigger. Now, they do own this farm. They don't have it hosted by someone else. They own everything of this farm, which is, in my opinion, maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing, because one, they're not going to be paying a service to host these miners for them. But on the flip side, they are responsible for making sure that this farm is up and running 24/7, and that if something goes wrong, someone has to go physically to site and make sure to repair or do whatever needs to be done in order to get the max ability of this farm. So there's obviously pros and cons to the two, but they are owning their own facility. So if we take a look at the different tiers of NFTs that Kadena Hashing is going to be offering, we have 3 different tiers: the KH Lite, the Pro, and the Max, and we can see the different prices from $160 all the way up to $1,000. Now, if we take a look at the percent of reward pool, obviously it goes up as you pay more, but that is basically the different percentages that you're going to have if you own that specific NFT. Now, if we take a look at the whitelist spots, it's actually going to give you 50% off a KH Lite, so it's going to make the price $80 as opposed to $160. Same reward pool percentages, but what I do like about this is that they're not making it super unfair for people who are not whitelisted. You're basically saving $80 and that's basically it. And there are only 250 NFTs for the whitelisted spots. So obviously it does depend on how much money you want to spend on this project. And again, it's not financial advice. Definitely do your own research and go more into the details of Kadena and how this blockchain works. But if we take a look at other facts of their NFTs, they are going to be exchangeable on any participating marketplace. So once they are completely minted, you are going to be able to send or sell your NFT to other people. There is going to be a 5% royalty on NFT transfers that's going to go to the treasury fund. And it does also say that 100% of NFTs minted are going to be used to procure more equipment and supplement facility costs, and that the team will not be taking any profit on these NFT sales, which is awesome to hear because that's going all to the development of this project. And now, of course, 100% of the mining rewards are allocated to the treasury for the first 6 months. So this is definitely a long-term project. You're not going to make a quick flip on this one. Like I said, if you're bullish on Kadena and you want to get in without mining it yourself, maybe look into Kadena Hashing. Now, something else super cool about these NFTs is that, as I said, they are building this first mining farm, but they do plan on having a second, a third, even a 15th mining farm down the road. Now, what's going to happen with these first 15,000 NFTs, which is what they call the Genesis NFT holders? You are basically going to be able to generate extra revenue on those future farms. So for instance, if you buy a KH Pro NFT, you are going to be getting a 1% revenue of all future KH farms. So this is actually on top of the percentage of the reward pool you're getting for having a KH Pro. You are also going to be getting 1% of revenue of all the future KH farms. Now, of course, this project has to succeed in order for them to continue building out this ecosystem and make more farms. But as I said, if you are bullish on Kadena, you think this project is going to succeed, maybe a KH Pro to secure yourself having 1% of any future farms, maybe that's a good option. And the KH Max is also going to allow you to get 2% on all future farms. So that's awesome. And it does say though that if you do sell or transfer your NFT on a secondary market, they'll no longer receive 1 to 2% Genesis boosts. So just be aware of that. Don't go buying something on a secondary market thinking you're going to get the extra boost, because that's just not the case. And lastly, if we take a look at a few stats and a few projections for these NFTs, as we know, they've secured a $0.06 per kilowatt hour, which is a phenomenal rate. That's basically unheard of because where I live, it's about 15 cents per kilowatt hour. So a great rate for electricity for them. And if we take a look at some of these projections for these NFTs, they do say at a price of $4, so just keep that in mind. But they would say that the KH Lite would be a return of about 91%, so you're almost making all of your money back. The KH Pro, you're making 102% on year one, and then the KH Max, you're getting 112% in year one. And again, this is at a price of $4. If it's lower, these numbers are going to be lower, as well as if it's higher, these numbers are also going to be higher. So it's obviously dependent on the tier you decide to buy. But if we continue scrolling down here, we have their roadmap and all of the key items they plan on achieving in the next year or so. So that is basically your white paper from Kadena Hashing. They have an FAQ down here. I would definitely recommend joining their Discord. They have a lot of information on there as well. Go through this white paper. We did skip over a few things. So if you want more information, definitely come on here and read it through. It's a great white paper, a lot of information. But with all of that being said, I am super excited for this project. Again, I'm probably going to buy one, but it's not financial advice. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.